We was on the bottom, yeah. Now we headed to the top. New level. On my level, don't see anybody. I don't see him. This right here could never stop. This could never stop. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. One time. Ay, I live on the job, right? Yeah, I'm always at work, right? Real people stay by me, right? Haters wanna do hurt, right? Know they tryna stop me, right? Drag my name through dirt, right? I don't feed into the hate, right? I just answer with a smirk, facts.
Mr. Milton, how you doing? My name is Jared. Your name is Jerome? Well, good to meet y'all tonight. A question like that. What role do older men play in our neighborhood, in our community? What role do they play? Yeah. What role do they play? You want to answer that, Mr. Jerome?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Come close.
What role do I play?
Not just you. All the older men in the community, what role do they play? First, you're gonna go, then you discuss. Man, in our community, what role do they play? Like, what's their responsibility in the community, the older men?
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
What are they supposed to be doing in the community?
They put look after the railroad.
Yeah. How?
Looking out and reviving.
That's right. That's right.
Who got no help
You're right. Older men are not supposed to be walking around begging for money. The older men are not supposed to be walking around drunk. You're right, Mr. Milton. Older men, as you said, are supposed to be showing an example to the younger men.
Right.
But is this being done today?
Nope.
It's not, right? Say it again.
Nope.
It's not being done. And we can plainly see it that it's not being done. The older man is supposed to say, hey, young man, sit down, stop hoarding the sisters.
Right.
Hey, young man, sit down, marry the sister.
Right.
Hey, young man, get a job. Is that being done in the neighborhood? It's not being done. Hey, young man, don't commit crimes.
Right.
Is that being done? If that was the case, the young black man that walks up and down the street in yellow would not be here.
Right.
Understand that? There is a reason for that, because the older men have failed. So what happened?
No, she didn't.
What do you think happened to the older men?
Just shake my hand. I had the flyers like this.
They have not. So therefore, the young people, the young brothers in this community, and all over South Florida, and all over the U.S., the islands in South America, the same thing is going on.
Right.
The older men have dropped the ball.
Right.
Therefore, the community is going to shambles. So, how can we fix this? Remember, he was talking about God punished our people because of sins. All these people on here, all these men on here are guilty of one thing, sin.
Right.
So before we tackle this, go to Deuteronomy, Sirach 25, verse 7. Let's see what it says. As men in the community, we have to take our right back. We have to be the example to show the younger men how to lead a household,
Right.
how to provide for their family,
Right.
take care of their sons, their daughters,
Right.
take care of the community.
Right.
Because if you don't know, the young boys in the community look up to who? The older folks. And if the older folks are walking around like bums, what do you think they're gonna do? They will get disrespect. And when they are disrespected, what happens? What happens? They get mad. So whose fault is it? Whose fault? It's the older man's fault.
That's right.
Because they're the ones in charge of the neighborhood.
Right.
The older black man in the neighborhood
Bring it out.
do not want to take the lead in the community.
Right.
So the reason why we have crime in this place is because the older black men have stepped back. They have let the woman step to the front.
Bring it out.
If you ever see on the news when they do an interview, who's the one speaking? The women.
Right.
Read.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 7.
Bring it out.
There be 9 things which are, verse 6?
Verse 6, yeah.
Verse 6. Much experience experience is the crown of old men.
God says there is much experience in the crown of old men. Because before the younger man is there, the older men have gone through life. They have seen the walks of the way now, how to walk around, how to move around. So with that knowledge, they're supposed to do what?
The experience, man.
They're supposed to pass it down to the younger men.
They don't.
It's not being done. It's not being done. Read.
And the fear of God is their glory.
So that's the problem. It says the fear of God is the old man glory. So what do you think? What, Mr. Milton? What is the fear of God? What is the fear of God? The Roman are not saying
It don't matter what they do. They never do.
yes. The older black man don't fear God. So Mr. Jerome, what do you think? What is the fear of God?
Right.
Your life? Well, let's see what God says the fear of God is. Got it?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 111, verse 10.
Bring it out.
The fear of the Lord,
Fear of who?
the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
So if you have wisdom, that means you fear God. Let's see, you can continue.
A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
So the older black man in this community don't fear God because they don't do God's commandments.
Right.
That's the fear of God.
Right.
Go back to Sirach 25, verse 6. Read.
Give me time to
You don't have it yet? So, as we have plainly seen, the older black man is at fault in this community, is at fault in Florida, is at fault in the whole United States because they don't fear God.
Right.
Right? Read.
The book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 6.
Bring it out.
Much experience is the crown of old men, and the fear of God is their glory.
The fear of God, keeping God's laws, is the old man glory.
Right.
That's where you will say, I'm all white right here. I'm a good old man. Why? Because why? You have kept God's laws.
Right.
Go to Job 32 and verse 9. This is what's lacking in the community. We don't fear God anymore, Mr. Black man.
Right.
We have to sit down, step back, and see what we're wrong in our community. It's because we left God's laws.
Right.
Read.
The book of Job, chapter 32, verse 9.
Bring it out.
Great men are not always wise.
God says great men, older men are not always wise because they don't do what? They don't do what? They don't obey God. Read.
Neither do the aged understand judgment.
It's because they don't obey God, and so therefore, when a young man is sleeping around with a young girl, they're not there to correct. Hey, stop doing this, man. Go to the courthouse, get some papers, and marry the girl.
Right.
They're not able to do so because they have lost all credibility. There is no more respect for the older man in the community because the old man don't have respect for himself.
Right.
Understand that? Read it again.
The book of Job, chapter 32, verse 9.
Bring it out.
Great men are not always wise, neither do the aged understand judgment.
So, to fix this, the older man in this community have to fear God. And to fear God means this. We have to get wisdom. And this wisdom meaning keep God's law.
Right.
Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 4 and 5. Let's see what it says about wisdom. Because when you get old, so like 50, 60, 70 years old, you're supposed to get wiser. You're supposed to say, I have so much wisdom, I have so much experience, I'm able to help the younger people.
Right.
I'm able
Right.
to help my community.
Right.
I'm able to help my people.
Right.
I'm able to help the Israelites.
That's right.
Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 5.
Bring it out.
Behold, I have taught you statutes.
So this right here is Moses. God's given commandments for our people. He says, look, behold, I have taught you statutes. Read.
And judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me.
So Moses taught the older man how to judge a matter in the community.
Right.
If someone steals or breaks into your house, this is supposed to be done. It's not being done in the community. Who do they call when something happens in the community? And usually, what is that person's nationality? No, what's the nationality of the police usually? They're white.
Right.
But then Moses just says, you're the ones that gave the law, you're supposed to teach your people, and you're supposed to correct matters in the neighborhood.
Right.
But we leave somebody else. We give that responsibility to somebody else to come judge us. Somebody else to come fix our problems.
Right.
Usually, most of the times, when you call the police, who goes to jail?
Read out.
If the woman call the police,
You're going to jail.
the man goes to jail, right?
Right.
Read.
That ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Okay.
Keep therefore and do them.
So God told Moses to tell the man to keep therefore and do it. And it's not being done in this community at all. Right. There is churches all over the place, but yet they lack knowledge of self, knowledge of God, knowledge of his laws.
Right.
Read.
For this is your wisdom.
This is what?
For this is your wisdom.
So the old man being a man, being responsible, say, don't get drunk, because if I'm drunk on the streets, that means the young man will look at me and do what? And you can't say shit to him at all.
Right.
You can't step to him and say, that's right. Read.
And your understanding in the sight of the nations.
So right now, when the so-called white people see a black man, black community, what do you think they're saying? Selling dope. What else? What else? What kind of slur they have for our people? They call us niggas. They hate to come through our neighborhood, but yet, who owns the stores in the neighborhood? Who else? Arabs. Who else? Our people love Chinese food, right? But yet, in our own neighborhood, we have no stores to support ourselves.
Right. But the thing is, when they have the money, they won't buy it. Simple as that.
Yeah. So,
But they'll let an Arab over here and buy it, and they buy this stuff. And all the money that you got, you better have the Arabs get it.
yeah, but we won't support ourselves, right? Read.
In the sight of the nations.
So, in the sight of these nations, they're supposed to say, these people right here, the Israelites, are wise people.
Right.
But currently, at this point in time, they're saying these people are dumb as hell. They don't even know who they are.
Right.
So when they call us niggas, why do we get mad? We don't even know who we are. We don't know we're supposed to keep God's laws. We don't know as men, older men, we're supposed to be ruling the neighborhood.
Right.
Keeping it clean of crime.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not being done. Until this word goes out to all the black men in this neighborhood.
Right.
Despite having all these churches, listen, it's been going down from the time you were born and you grew up. People took care of themselves then, right? And from that time to now, have things got better or worse?
It got worse now.
It's gotten worse, but yet there's more churches around the corner.
Right.
It's gotten worse. So what's going on? Is the Bible wrong, or what they're saying the churches are wrong?
Read up.
God damn. They're not telling the man they're supposed to take leave. Read it again.
Boss, I'm sorry for y'all if I got to get on in.
No problem, no problem. Good talking to you, man. All right?
you, man.
You'll be safe out here, all right?
When y'all gonna be back over here again?
I'm not sure, but we usually out here like once a month.
Alright.
All right? So, hold up, Mr. Jerome. Now, you being an older man, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do?
What?
Go to Sirach 31.
go.
I think Sirach 31, I think verse 8, where it says, drink moderately wine. Jerome, this is for you.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 31, verse 27. Wine is as good as life to a man.
God says wine is as good as life to a man. So it's good after work. You come home, you chill out, you sit down in your chair to drink a little bit, right? Do you agree, Mr. Jerome?
Right.
Because it's hard out there for black men, right? Do you agree? Agree.
Wine is as good as life to a man if it be drunk moderately.
If what?
If it be drunk moderately.
So, Mr. Jerome, right now, have you drunk wine moderately, or have you gone to the excess? you drunk too much, right? You haven't? So why are you stacking around? Aren't you stacking around? Yes, staggering. You're not walking straight, man.
I just walked from the store.
Are you drunk?
No, not right now.
You're not right now?
No.
Okay, read it again.
Wine is as good as life to a man, if it be drunk moderately.
So, Mr. Jerome, you said not right now. Do you ever get drunk?
Yeah.
So, but what did you just heard?
Moderately, you can do what you want. You respect who you want. This is, if you get drunk, you're supposed to be in your house.
Go ahead.
If you get drunk, you're supposed to be in your house. You're supposed to go to sleep because you take the ball away.
Okay. Read it again.
Wine is as good as life to a man.
So God says wine is good as life. You come home, just drink, right?
If it be drunk.
If.
That's a big word.
If it be drunk moderately.
What does that word mean?
Moderately, that's not every day.
Moderate means.
Drinking every day, you continue.
Pull up the word moderate, please, on the phone. Moderate does not mean that, Mr. Jerome. Moderate means not access. Let's see what it says. Because it says when you get drunk, as you said from your own mouth, you come out of here, you get taken advantage of. You get robbed, you might get in a fight, you might get your teeth knocked out, all that stuff. You might say the wrong thing to the wrong person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's see what it says, moderate.
This is the definition of moderate. Average in amount.
Average in amount.
Intensity, quality, or degree.
So not too much. God says not too much, but moderately.
Right.
Don't go beyond the point where you can't talk. You know what I'm saying? Don't go beyond the point where you're walking down the street and you be robbed. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or say the wrong thing to the wrong person.
Right.
So moderately. So don't say, hey, I'm gonna drink, I'm at home, I'm gonna get drunk tonight. You understand that? It's like in the community. Our people don't like to be corrected.
Right.
But it takes the older man to take the first step. And all the young people here will follow you.
That's right.
You understand that? So we need older men like yourself to stand up for God.
That's right.
Psalms 94 verse 16. You gotta stand up for God. And if you stand for God, the community starts to change.
Right.
Because we as young people, look, young men right here are tired of it. They are tired of our community being the dirtiest and run down.
Right.
We're tired of our homes just a mutter in there. We're tired of our fathers all in jail.
Right.
We're tired of our streets all dirty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That? So the young men are actually out here are trying to make things better for our people.
Right.
Make things better for the Israelites. Tell them, hey, wake up. These churches are lying to them. Read.
The book of Psalms, chapter 94, verse 16.
Bring it out.
Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
So that step you just took there, with you taking your hat off, that's a step right there.
Right.
A step to keeping God's laws.
Right.
And with that one step, if you take one step, what do you next? You take the next step, and then you keep walking with that thing. And as you walk, you change.
Right.
Used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.